Alright, we are back on the draw again. Pretty great hand though. Alright, pretty happy to raise here. We'll just go Psy into Psy Lion and basically play a 2-mana 4-3 and raise the opponent. Lacerator not a good card in raise situations, so kinda nice. If they kill Lion, yeah, we just play something else and it's also gonna be super large. So best case scenario, I mean worst case scenario for us, best case scenario for the opponent, they have the Disfigure just right now and they can kill Lion before we equip Size. Like they don't. Cycling Horror, alright. Blue-black. No. And Ghoul is fine. And we attack. I imagine they're just taking damage here, though maybe not. Wow. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty happy to just let this trade happen if they want to. I guess I could stamina, there is nothing that could go wrong. That really goes wrong if I stamina. Yeah, I like stamina here. Could have done it first, actually. Again, we get a 3-for-1, get rid of their board, and get our Lion back. This is pretty amazing. Probably, arguably, I should just have go for it right away and not even let them sack the first thing, because I could have just said okay, and this would have been not so good for us. I think we much rather kill more things. Primal Glacier. We're not gonna cycle a Nurse. I think it's good here. Well, actually, if they are on the 1/6 defender plan, then cycling makes more sense. Alright, well, I imagine they are blocking. Ancient Craving's good. No, I think we'll just move. I think we'll move one Psy on the Air Grader. Not this one. He has a 1 though. Just so our creature that's forced to attack, or at least that needs to attack, otherwise we take 2 end of turn, is a little bit bigger. I guess. Yeah, I guess there's an advantage in leaving the Psy on the 7 Lion, though. I thought this was 0-6 somehow. It's the first time I actually see someone casting that and making a 1/6. So, arguably, I should have just let one Psy on the Lion. Let's see if we can resolve that. Not gonna move any Psy. No. No, we're gonna move this Psy back to Lion. So we lost damage. This was a misplay. Again, the reasoning was I want my Urg Raiders to be a little bit bigger in case they play something that could block it well. But I kind of forgot what was just on board, the 1/6. Again, literally first time I ever see someone casting that. I mean, third time I see someone casting it, I think third. And first time I see someone making a 1/6 with it. So there is that. I think we'll just Ancient Craving now. We might find cards that are relevant to next combat if this resolves. Notion Thief, okay. That's very good for the opponent, very bad for us. But don't play around Notion Thief. It's not a card that should be in your main deck in this set at all. Not very good. Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate they have that. We'll play around it next games, but not much we can do about it right now. Sure. Yep. And we'll move this. There it is. Well, that's the best thing I've seen. Wow, cycling. That's what? Why? They have 6 mana. They need 7. That's frightening. What do they have on 7? Oh, they're playing Living Death. Living Death's actually not a card against Ghoul. I mean, so they still get a bunch of things from their graveyards, so fine, but with 3 ghouls in our deck, I think we isn't protection against that. It's gonna be very annoying to deal with all the side players. Yeah, I think we'll put everything on Lion. And so we can attack with a 4/3 into their 3/4, and that's pretty much it. Problem is, we kind of have to draw with this, and they get to turns. Yeah, I think there's a good chance this game's just over. Living Death is a very powerful. Game started out really well for us, but now it's getting worse and worse. Maybe I should have equip and attack the Earthgrader instead of Lion. We're taking a little bit of damage now, end of turn. They have 5 cards in hand. Ashen Thief was really brutal. Wow. Okay. Just go for the obvious blocks, I guess. Though I believe these are slightly better. Since they have more creatures than we do, we're just not rebeating another Living Death. I'm pretty happy with the result. Basically, trades. Pretty happy with the trade that happens. Don't think there's any point in playing Griffin playing an extra land here. There's a good chance I have a counter spell here. No, we have nothing. Maybe we're dead to a lot of things here. Landless Ranch, not too thing. Wow. If they have 2 cyclers, I'm dead. I'll accept that. I'm not blocking horror. Unearth. So if we don't attack, we're dead from the flyer. If we attack, we need to basically attack and have them trade somehow. I guess I could bring back Zealot and hope to top deck. Yeah, I think this is our only out. I actually should have done that before moving the sign. We need to basically draw Pillory of the City Pass of the Zealot, I think, if we wanna have a shot at winning this, coming back in it. And right. Problem is, now we're at 3, so we're dead to flyer, but if I don't do that, what happens? If I attack, you know, they just take it, and then we're dead. Whatever I try to reanimate. If they block, if they chump block, but they have no reason to do that, that would be a very bad play. Then maybe we'll get to survive one more turn. But I don't see them chump blocking, this makes no sense. It's not like there's some +3 power pumping effect in black-white. They would probably just jump and then we're dead. So pretty much had to do that and hope to draw into a Removal. Okay, Living Death. Well, I think we have a decent matchup against Living Death, given triple Ghoul. We can bring in Nihil Spellbomb from sideboard, which is really good. And yeah, don't love Lunarch Mantle against blue-black. I don't really love the card in general, to be honest. Willing to play it because we're pretty aggressive. We don't have a great late game. We need to close the game. We don't have a lot of Ringvol. But card is, you know, it's an aura. You just get 2 for 1. Lean. I thought the deck would play out a little bit better than it does. Our draws have been not awful, not great. Could have been better, obviously. We've lost both die rolls this match and the last one, which is pretty rough. Our deck really needs and wants to be on the play, so not having that is not ideal. We'll cycle one of these Nurse here. Though. No, actually not, you know. We have our third land drop for Ghoul. And this is a pretty great card to play with. The 3 drops we have access to are both very just nice tempo swing. I think I like keeping these around. Maybe I cycle. Oh, no block. That is. Huh. I guess they have more rats, that's why. Oh, I did not expect. Then we'll cycle. We can heat land drop. Okay. Yeah, I guess that means more rats. Okay. We're probably gonna trade Ghoul for one of these rats here. I mean, we'll see. Fiend Hunter. This kind of changes things, I believe. That's a very nice combo too. I think we'll do it twice. I mean, we could technically... No, I think we're pretty happy to do it twice. More stuff into the yard, which is good if they end up having Living Death. And removing the thing forever is like real... Yeah, I like this line a lot. Plays much better around Living Death, and I think overall is just very nice. Wow, that was a very strong top deck, very strong Nurse. Nice synergies. They can Living Death now, but it's pretty bad. Reef Worm. A little bit annoying. I think we're not gonna attack into it. Could go wrong. I think we're just happy to play Griffin and pass now. This thing doesn't fly, so... Well, this thing is gonna fly. Yeah, Ranger. Shoreline Ranger, unsurprisingly. That was very good. We can play both creature. Shoreline Ranger needs to chump Protector. And I don't think we're attacking because they just chump Ghoul, take 2. No, it's super for us. Again, they can Living Death, but we have a Ghoul, so we're getting everything back. Yeah. I think this is a decent matchup for us. We have cards that really mess up with their one of their main game plan, which seems to be Living Death. This Fin Hunter Nurse turn was pretty sick. 4 mana, remove 2 things from their battlefield, and also get to boost the ghoul for 4. That was pretty huge. Despite the, yeah, there's really a lack of removal, but it's a somewhat solid curve, 2 sides. I think the deck is fine. I think it deserves better than just 1, 2, or 0, 3. It's not like a deck you look at it, you're like, oh, great, this 3-0 deck is gonna be easy. You're like, yeah, this could 3-0 with the right draw, and if we win toss, which hasn't really happened so far. Toss part. And then you're like, well, it certainly can get a 1 and 2 done. Just gonna drop Urg Raiders turn 2. Sounds like a good blocker against what they have. It's interesting how they have this kind of late game blue-black control plan, but also the aggressive 1-drop. Like, Living Death's typically pretty bad with, if you're attacking your opponent early on. They're playing Spellbomb main deck because of their own Living Death, I imagine. I don't think it's sideboard. Need to attack here, don't want to take 2 end of turn. Pretty happy if they double block somehow. We could Page or Page and Earth. They could sack Spellbomb in response, but they don't get to draw, so basically we trade 1 for 1. And this means this is out of the board. It means we're not gonna get wrecked by Living Death later. They chose not to sack, so it indicates they might have the Living Death in hand, if I had to guess. Or they really want to draw all of the Spellbomb. Tried to bait it, basically. It did not work. Right. Down with it. No blocks at... that's somewhat interesting, as... Oh... No, it's... I just thinking and talking at the same time, and for a second I thought I messed up my land drop, and I would not be able to cast both. Yeah, that's interesting, because if they had Living Death, they would be interested in making trades, since they already have the Spellbomb, right? You're just happy to make a bunch of trades, Spellbomb your opponent, and then Living Death. I'm surprised they did not take the trades here. I think we're not interested in trading here. We're just winning the race. Fine with this beat down. Living Death. Why? That cannot be good. So if we sack everything, they sack Spellbomb. But here we have a nice option. Of sacking 2 creatures. Let's say Urg Raiders and Angelic Page. And now we can say, okay, Living Death resolve. You get 1 creature, I get 2, it's fine. And if they go sack Spellbomb, then I go, okay, I'll let Spellbomb resolve. After it's resolved, and before Living Death resolve, I sack 2 more. So, I guess at the end of the day, they kill 2 of their creature, 2 of ours. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good trade for the opponent. Feels like the Spellbomb is not doing the work it would be doing. I don't know. And now they use it. I'm not saying they've been playing wrong or anything. I'm not sure they had choice around what happened. Maybe they're missing blue too, and they're like, well, I don't want to die where I can hit my blue. This is probably fairly likely. They have blue cards in hand. But I'm just saying this has been clunky for the opponent. But again, it feels like they might not have... They might not have the option to do it in another way. So probably they are missing blue. We are getting a little bit flooded, but seems like their draw has been a little bit more clunky than ours, so certainly cannot complain. Okay. Spellbomb also stops stamina quite nicely. The creature still goes into the graveyard, and before it comes back, you can stamina. I mean, sorry, before stamina makes it come back, you can exile it, and it never. Yeah. So I imagine what happened here is the opponent has blue spells in hand. They don't have islands. They're in trouble because of that. And they chose to leaving that just to reduce the amount of rats on board. Probably they. I think we'll play this way. It means we cannot cast the 3/1 fly if we draw it, but I'm sure they're interested in doing that. We would have been interested in doing that. Do we have double black spell? We have Fin Hunter. No, this was a misplay. We have both Fin Hunter and 3/1 fly, so probably I should have left up double white available. My reasoning here was I probably want to stamina this combat, and then there's a chance I want to stamina and play a cheap black creature. I don't know. Maybe it's just better to leave double white for the cards I mentioned. They're gonna sack the rats, I imagine. Otherwise, we're in ghoul. We're gonna boost here. Don't see any reason not. Right, yeah, I imagine they have a couple blue cards in hand, clunky draw. Got there. I think our matchup was pretty good against the Living Death deck again. Three ghouls. Okay, that was round 2. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching and see you for the final round.